You're listening to the Back Home Network, presented by Home Field Apparel.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. I win. Google me.
Derek, you better yell! Show me the money! Show me the money!
Pay that man his money.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
James, week 1. Forget that week 2, the week 0 nonsense. We are back, another season of Crimson Cash. How you doing, buddy?
Games played in the good old United States of America. I couldn't be happier. Oh, it's back, baby. I'm so happy. And the Hoosiers, man, I mean, I'm so excited for this season. This is going to be great. I'm excited. Let's do this.
Real quick, our friends at Home Field Apparel, check them out. They have all of basically every team we're playing this year. They have stuff for it, but they have a bunch of Indiana stuff. Go check it out. And if you are in Bloomington, go check out their store at Trax right there on Kirkwood, where I'm sure you bought a bunch of CDs when you were in college. I grew up in Bloomington, so I was buying, early stuff like Spin Doctors and going way back, Red Hot Chili Peppers and probably some other bad. Those are all good.
I don't ever remember going to Trax. I went
Really?
to the Den a lot.
I went to the Den as well.
Yeah, that's where I get bootlegs and water pipes.
But check them out and then use Home. If you're on the website, use promo code HOME23 for 15% off your first purchase. You are not wearing Home Field, but you are wearing a signature shirt that must be shown.
The only one I could snag was a large during that day, but it's snug, but it looks good.
I will on the side. I have a 3D printer that I play around with. Just a little plug. If you want a fridge magnet that looks like that logo, go onto Etsy and just search Signetti, and you will find it. And put in a note that you heard on the the podcast, and I'll throw in a bonus for you. But they are on Etsy right now.
I love it.
Merging my passions of making dumb stuff on Etsy with my 3D printer. I also have like a golf ball stencils and a bunch of board game stuff. Nice. A little bit of extra cash for the 3D printing machine.
It's a lot better when my son was making it with his 3D printer.
Don't want to know? Different podcast. All right, let's go. We have so much fun stuff. So we have, not only are we going to do picks of every Big Ten team like we always do, we also have our Hoosier Hot Streak, which we bring him back, and we have Keegan's Pizza Money, the big game bet of the week. But before we get to all that, let's start with week 1. We are going to start adding, add to stage. There we go. All right. Week 1, we're starting to go a little different here, James. We have images. It's going to be awesome. So week 1, we're looking at, let's get the, for those of you watching on YouTube or on Spotify, thank you very much. You're going to see all this imagery. Let's start with the Western Illinois game.
And just for everybody out there, I use the Action app, and that's where we're getting these images from. You can pull up any games by conference or, search teams or whatever, and it'll show you all the lines, and it'll show you the best lines, and it'll often show you which books they're at if you go into it. I didn't do that for this particular image, but it's a very helpful app. Also, you can track your bets because you don't want to be betting blind and not know what's winning and losing you money. So track your shit, people. Don't use a spreadsheet. Just make it easy. Go with the app. Anyways, first one we got Western Illinois and Illinois, a humongous point spread of 45.5 points.
Huge line.
The Hoosiers have played the Leathernecks recently. And okay, so 45 points is a ton of points. And normally I would say never give a 45.5 points because most coaches will not run up the score in a game, in an absolutely meaningless game. Brett Bielema is a little different. However, I still think 45.5 is way too much. Let's not forget this Illinois team last year went to overtime against Purdue. So let's take 45.5. It's a lot of points. I love it.
Next up, you have Purdue and Baltimore. Purdue is a 18.5 point favorite at home.
Did you call them Baltimore?
No, yeah, I did.
I think you did.
Ball State.
That's great.
I'm trying to produce a podcast and host it, and I forgot we have sound effects. Purdue is one of our sound effects teams. All right, there's no way that Purdue is going to be an 18.5-point favorite any other time this season, so I hope they enjoy it. But they are 18.5-point favorites for, yes, Ball State, not Baltimore. Lamar Jackson would just crush them. But, yeah, give me your Purdue thoughts.
Is Charlie Spiegel still at Ball State? He's kind of like the white Derrick Henry. So I'm going to take the Cardinals and 18.5 points. 18.5 points is a lot for Purdue. And I think this is mainly just to get suckers. This line seems like a sucker.
All right, next up we have Tulane, who is the team that I played with a lot last year in NCAA 25. They were my dynasty team because they have a bunch of great uniforms.
I hated their playbook, though.
Yeah, a custom playbook, man. You make your own custom playbook.
Okay. Well, there you go.
I port that from team to team. So if they were playing in my dynasty, we'd be crushing because I'd won 2 national championships with the Green Wave. But in this world, they are hosting the Northwestern Wildcats, not Tigers.
Oh, God. We haven't even gotten to any Serbian names yet. So this is
all right. We got you making a cat noise. All right. Wildcats. We have Tulane against Northwestern. Tulane is a 5.5-point favorite at home.
I actually think in my season preview, I had Northwestern winning this game. Then I did a little more research on the game. This is actually being played in New Orleans.
Yep. You had Northwestern winning that.
Yeah. But I'm going to change my mind here. I'm going to take Tulane to cover.
Okay.
Don't be shocked if they don't, but I do think Northwestern's being a bit disrespected this year.
We'll see. Next up, a team that's being disrespected is Nevada. They are going into Happy Valley, and they are a 44.5-point underdog to Penn State.
Yeah. This one really kind of hinges on how much Penn State's defense is going to give up. I think their offense is easily going to put up 49 to 60 points. So how much they're going to give up, I like them to cover just because I think Franklin wants to cover.
Yeah. They're in.
I don't love the line, though.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we are moving to Utah and UCLA. Still weird thinking of UCLA in the Big Ten, but they are. UCLA is a 6-point underdog at home. I forgot we have a song for UCLA. All right. Give me your thoughts on UCLA, Utah.
Well, I think UCLA is going to end up worse than Tupac in this game. 6 shots. So, plus. So, give me the Utes to cover. I think they probably roll in this thing. UCLA is an interesting case. I do like their quarterback and their quarterback coach, who we all know very well. I'm not in love with their head coach. And I don't know that the defense is going to be able to hold up against the Utah ground attack. So give me the Utes there.
All right. Next up, we have Washington against Colorado State. Washington is a 21.5-point favorite at home.
This is one where I'm just going to say none of us have any idea what's going to happen in any of these games week 1, right? These are all these teams' first games, right?
Right.
And so my betting advice is A, don't ever bet too much on week 1.
Makes sense.
B, if you can get over 3 touchdowns, probably do it. So I'm going to take Colorado State here at plus 21.5.
All right, we're going to go to Oregon. There we go. We got the Ducks playing. Is that Missouri State? MOS. I don't even know who it is.
It's Montana State.
Montana State. All right. Oregon is a 27.5-point favorite, which seems a little disrespectful when you got numbers like 44 being thrown around to Penn State. But give me your thoughts.
Yeah, Montana State's no slouch. They're no pushovers, But this is Duckburg, baby. So give me the Ducks to roll.
All right, next up.
I think they cover this one pretty easily.
Yeah. 27 is not that much for a team like Oregon.
I mean, it's less than 4 touchdowns. I don't know. Montana State, I don't know. They're not great, though. It's just are these teams going to really, really try to run up the score, or are they just going to fall into running up the score? Oregon's a team they could fall into running up the score.
Yeah. Next up, we have Iowa and Albany. Iowa, big number, man. 38.5-point favorite at home.
I don't think Albany is actually a D1 school. I'll have to double check that, but I think they're
number. Yeah.
Well, yeah. And 38.5, for Iowa on a 50.5 over under. I'm going to assume that Ferentz takes the air out of the ball if they get a 3-4 touchdown lead, and it doesn't get much worse than that. So, yeah, give me the Danes.
Next up, we are going back out to.
They share a stadium. They share a theme song. That's just how it goes.
They share a state. They don't share
a stadium anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, no. It's
yeah.
I don't think so.
Both played at the Coliseum for
Coliseum and Rose Bowl. Yeah, no. But we're back out to LA. They share a city, I guess, in a southern state. We have USC playing Missouri State. Missouri State's not D1, I'm pretty sure. USC is a 35.5 point favorite.
Yeah, this one I think is going to be like one of those like 56-3 type deals. Give me the Trojans to roll.
Okay.
And that's mostly opponent based there.
Yeah. Next up, we have Michigan playing University of New Mexico. Michigan is, he says with a question mark, Michigan is a 34.5 point favorite at home.
Doesn't that seem a little high?
Seems very high.
It didn't seem like last year. Like
right. Michigan's ranking seems high.
Yeah, and last year we made a lot of money on Michigan opponents covering. They don't tend to run. Sharon Morton will not run up the score. He is really going to take the air out of the ball, I think.
Yeah.
And I mean, New Mexico, as bad as they are, I mean, and by the way, New Mexico was the team that I took to 2 national championships in my college football season. I will take them to cover because that's shit. I mean, that's 5 touchdowns almost.
You mentioned Sharon Moore. Is he coaching this game?
I have no idea.
Jokingly.
Does it really matter?
I think it's next season, or maybe it's the next 2 after this. I don't know. But yeah, he's got some issues. All right, we're going to take a short break and then come back with our final set of games, the Hoosier Hot Streak, and the big money Keegan Pizza money game of the week. Attention, Hoosier Nation. CrimsonCASH has brought back the Bison, is now looking to take over Broadway. That's right, Galen and Scott are taking the podcast live at the historic Buzzkirk Chumley Theater on Thursday, September 5th. Doors creak open at 6:30, showtime is 7. And because we know you only come for the legends, IU great Mitchell Page will be one of our special guests. Expect fun takes, IU nostalgia, at least one joke that isn't going to land, and maybe even Galen breaking out his guitar for an acoustic version of the IU fight song. Tickets are on sale now. Go to buzzkirkchumley.org/events and grab yours before they realize nobody should have given us a stage live. September 5th, Buzzkirk Chumley, CrimsonCASH Live. We'll see you there. All right, fun times. We got that show coming up.
I was not invited.
You're always invited.
The last time I was at Buzzkirk Chumley was for Galen's one-man performance of the Yellow Wallpaper. It was riveting.
You are always invited, James. Now's the invite. You can come.
No, I'm actually coming down the day after. My stepdaughter and I are coming down to the Kennesaw State game, but she's got to work Friday night, so we'll be down there Saturday.
So yeah, if you don't know, you just listen to an ad about it. But please come out, look at tickets. buzzkirkchumley.org/events, Friday, September 5th, 7:00 live show. It's going to be a ton of fun. Mitchell Page.
Like fun.
It's me, Galen, and then afterwards we'll get some drinks. It'll be a great time hitting the town. Always fun. All right, we have 2 more sheets to get through. We are going to add, here we go. We have Texas and Ohio State. Tight one, man. After a lot of big numbers, you got Ohio State is a 1.5 point favorite at home, hosting the number 1 team. This is going to be a hell of a game. Number 1 team in the country, Texas.
Look, I get that IU is playing. This is the game I want to watch. This is going to be the best game all weekend. I'm so fucking excited for this game. And if you've listened to CrimsonCASH, you know there's one thing I love above all else when betting football is betting quarterbacks.
Right.
There's no quarterback I want to put my money on more than Arch Manning this weekend. On Saturday, I think Texas wins. I think Texas wins big. We'll get to some of that later when we get to the Keegan Pizza bet, but I think Texas takes this one.
All right. Next up, we're going out to New Jersey. Piscataway, that is. Ohio is going to Rutgers. Rutgers is a 15.5 point favorite at home.
Be careful when you schedule these MAC teams because Ohio is no pushover. They destroyed Miami to win the MAC last year, and then they won their bowl game. Over 2 touchdowns? Nah, I'm not having it. Give me the points.
All right, next up we have Minnesota.
Although a night game, a Thursday night game at Piscataway, how sparsely attended do you think that thing's going to be?
No, you're not going to have a big crowd.
Whoa.
Not at all.
There may be more people from Ohio.
By the way, we're going to Minnesota. We need like a row your boat song. Right now we have songs for Illinois, Purdue. I forgot to play Illinois. I apologize. Beginning of the show. Illinois, Purdue, Rutgers. We have USC, UCLA. We have Maryland and Oregon. Those are the only teams that we have background songs for. We want to get one for all Big Ten teams. Well,
Minnesota should be the Go Gophers. Watch them go. It's an old cartoon theme song about Native American gophers and their hijinks.
Probably not going to be the answer. Hit us up on Twitter. I am CrimsonCASH 317. James is CrimsonCASH 260. Hit us up and give us some options for teams and songs, and we'll kind of build it out. But hopefully by the end of the season, we'll have it. Or maybe we shouldn't. You see how bad I'm doing producing and doing a show at the same time. Next up, we do have Buffalo going to Minnesota. Minnesota is a 17.5-point favorite.
The only thing that worries me here is PJ Fleck slowing things down. But Buffalo was just so dreadful last year. I don't see any way that the Gophers don't cover this at home on a Thursday night. That place will probably be rocking on a Thursday night.
Yeah. All right. We have Nebraska going to Cincinnati. Nebraska is a 6.5-point favorite. I got a lot of Big Ten favorites. Nebraska 6.5-point favorite on the road going to Cincinnati.
This is a fun one. I actually think Nebraska wins the game, but I don't think they're going to cover.
Okay.
But I actually think Cincinnati is live to win the game. I do not trust Nebraska. And ever since I saw this thing, did you see that Dylan Raiola was saying that it's just an absolute coincidence that people compare him to Patrick Mahomes when he literally like is Jennifer Jason Leeing him? Like it's like single white female. Like, come on, dude. Like, you know what you're doing. I don't know. That shit drives me. It's like Kobe trying to say, well, like, oh no, I never tried to play like Michael. It's like you built your whole life, you know, like at least he was honest about it.
Well, it's kind of like when Trae Young, when people were like Trae Young was kind of like the next Steph. It's like, yeah, we know that.
Yeah, well, but yeah, so Raiola kind of gives me those vibes. So I do not like that. And we know how I think important quarterbacks are. So I think Cincinnati can give them a game, possibly pull the upset. I've got a Big Ten money line parlay that I did take Nebraska in, and they're the ones I'm most concerned about.
So are you gonna try and do the do the double side bet where you pick Cincinnati to win, but Nebraska to cover the line? Are you gonna try and like thread that needle?
Not unless I'm gonna watch it live. Okay. So I've already got Nebraska on the money line. If something were to happen and they get up big, I might, look at Cincinnati plus, 2.5 touchdowns or whatever it happens to be. But I don't plan on it ahead of time for that line.
Yep.
There are some lines I will absolutely do that for, but not this one. If it was over a touchdown, you might want to think about it.
Miami of Ohio going into Wisconsin. Wisconsin is a 17.5-point favorite.
Yeah, the Redskins. I will not call them the Red Hawks. They're still the Redskins because that's what they were when I was growing up and when Wally Zerbiak played there. So I like them to cover against Wisconsin. They made the MAC championship game last year where they were routed, but they've got a good coach and a good system, and Wisconsin really needs to prove something under Luke Fickell. We also see an over-under of 39.5 here, so we know it's going to be a low-scoring kind of defensive slug. Yeah. So go ahead and take the points when you see that.
Another Thursday night game. That'll also
a lot of Thursday night games. Yeah, I'm excited.
Speaking of another the Friday night game, you have Western Michigan playing Michigan State, and
I'd much prefer this to be 21.5.
It's a 20.5-point favorite. Man, that's a lot of points for Michigan State.
For Michigan State, who was not very good last year, and that's why I took the Broncos plus the points.
All right, we're going out to Maryland.
Crab cakes and football. That's what Maryland does.
See, that's the best because that's the shortest. I like the short ones, FAU.
FAU is a 14.5-point underdog going into Maryland.
Yeah, why is Maryland at +2 touchdown favorite to anybody.
Fair.
The best player from Maryland's team is now in Indiana's backfield. So
True.
I'm going to go ahead and take the Owls here.
And their second best guy in the backfield in Wisconsin. So yeah,
Yeah.
everybody. All right, we are going straight to it now. We saved IU for the end, but we are going to go to our Hoosier Hot Streak, which is the game that we pick. Man, where's my Hoosier Hot Streak? Oh, I don't have it on here anymore. Oh no,
I win.
I know
Google
you win. There's no Hoosier Hot Streak. Oh man.
I hope I'm wrong on this week though.
Yeah, so the way it works, we normally have sounds to go with this. I must have just ridden my sounds with that, so that's a bummer. The way the Hoosier Hot Streak works is it goes off of last season where IU was just on a complete heater, and we were making money picking them every single week. So the way it works for those who are new is that James has to pick Indiana, some bet on the Indiana game, and if he gets it right, next week, he has to add a game to that. So next week, he'll be betting 2 games that he has to parlay together. He gets that right. He parlays 3, parlays 4. The Indiana game has to be involved every single week. We keep adding parlays until he loses the parlay, and then we go back down to 1 game. So this is the first game. You know what, man? I'm changing the rules live. I feel like the Hoosier Hot Streak has got to start with a parlay. It's a parlay bet. You can't go back down to 1 game. So you need to so you pick your Indiana game, and then you got to do the Hoosier Hot Streak with Indiana parlayed with some other Big Ten game. We're changing the rules right now.
All right. So I have to pick the Hoosiers though. I had to pick a pro Hoosier bet.
You have to pick a bet on the Indiana game.
Okay.
So first up, we have Old Dominion obviously playing Indiana. Indiana is a 23.5-point favorite.
All right. Last year, week 1, I took the Hoosiers to cover their spread. They did not. This team is better than the team they played last year, week 1. And Cignetti has spent a lot of time talking about how tough of an opponent ODU is going to be, because he knows for a fact they're a tough opponent because they've been in the Sun Belt. Will that inspire the team? Will they throw the kitchen sink at them? Yes, and probably no. So I think what ends up happening here is ODU probably gets a late backdoor cover on this. I think the Hoosiers roll. I think they put up over the 35.5 team total that they've got, but I don't like that number. So if I'm pressed to make a bet on this, I'm going plus 23.5 ODU, hoping I'm wrong. But I mean, look, if the Hoosiers win by 23, I'm going to be happy, and I would have lost my bet, like if I had bet on them to cover. Right. So I don't want that to jade the situation. So I'm going to take ODU plus 23.5.
Okay. Now, what's your parlay for the Hoosier Hot Streak bet?
All right. The other best bet that I thought I saw on the board was
you can do money lines. You can do an Indiana money line here.
Let me check here real quick. There was one that I was thinking, man, I really like that when we were talking. And I was like, oh, I'm going to put some more money on that. Yeah. Go ahead and, you know what? Go ahead and parlay that with anything you want. I'll give you my 5-leg parlay that I've got, and you can pick any one of these money lines, okay?
Yeah.
So what I have here is I have a 5-leg money line parlay, one that's all Big Ten teams. All right. So I have Maryland, Minnesota, Nebraska, Wisconsin, and Michigan State to all win their game. All right. You parlay all 5 of those together, and it's at plus 132 odds. So you toss any one of those in with this ODU bet, you'll end up at plus odds.
Let's do Indiana money line with Wisconsin money line.
I like that. I think Wisconsin is not going to lose to Miami. I think that's a pretty safe bet. Another parlay that I have that's a Thursday night parlay is another 5-leg. I have Rutgers. These are all money line. Right. Rutgers, Wyoming over Akron, North Carolina State over East Carolina, San Diego State, and Boise.
I like it.
So,
right.
and that one pays out plus 234. So that's a little money line parlay. You know, we like those around here because, you know, teams don't try to win by 4. They just try to win. So,
yep.
Nothing wrong with that.
I do think for the Hoosier Hot Streak, it should probably be an Indiana money line as best we can. If not,
the first few weeks are going to be tough. You know, we're going to have some large spread, especially like,
yeah.
you know, when it comes to Indiana State. I mean, that spread's going to be 45.5, 40.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be one of those Penn State spreads, you know, Western Illinois spreads.
Yeah. But anyway, this week we're doing Indiana money line, Wisconsin money line, first Hoosier Hot Streak parlay. There we go.
Okay.
The second thing we're adding, we need some songs and music for this one, but we are adding the big game of the week, which is Keegan's Pizza Money Big Game of the Week. This is a game where you are going to James on his Twitter, CrimsonCASH 260. Also, if you're watching this on Spotify, scroll up and you can see a poll. The poll question will be the Big Money Pizza Game of the Week. Or if you're on YouTube, just leave a comment with what you want it to be. We're going to pick one game. This week we picked we picked Texas and Ohio State. And you can pick any of the 4 options. Do you want to pick money line, like Texas money line or Ohio State money line, or you can pick Ohio State in the points or Texas in the points? Any one of those 4, you bet on it. The betting is live until Friday. And then whatever happens, whichever one it is, James, you're going to make the bet. And if you win, Keegan gets double money for pizza. If you lose, Keegan gets no pizza. So we did it last week. Tell us what the bet was last week. You put it up on Twitter. You made the bet. What was it last week?
The public, and I want to give a shout out to @Kathy Amos on X for suggesting some good games. We last week the people chose Iowa State, and Iowa State won, covered. And Keegan ordered a large cheese stick from Mad Mushroom with bacon on it. You'll see he went garlic and ranch there with his dipping sauces. I would have gone cheese dipping sauce. That's me. But he ate the whole thing eventually. Couldn't eat it all in one sitting, but he was super happy. And he thanks the people of X for their suggestions. So this week.
So you're putting $15 on this. So he gets more than 15 if you win, right?
Yes. So, depending upon the bet. I mean, if the odds are minus 110 or whatever, you know, but some weeks we might, you know, we take Texas on the money line this week. He's getting a little extra, you know, money, you know, or if I've got a boost, I will use the boost for him.
That's fair. And I think you got to
and that's what I did with Iowa State. So
I want the pictures. I think we need a picture from Keegan every week. So if you're watching this on Spotify or YouTube and you see it, we see what he ordered. It looks awesome. I'm already hungry. That looks fantastic.
Oh, it's the best, man. Oh, if there was a Mad Mushroom in Fort Wayne, I'd keep him in business.
Keegan's got to send us a picture every week. I think either the pizza he orders, or if he doesn't, I want to see what he's eating that night. Like the ramen.
I want a middle finger to the camera if he doesn't, and blaming all you sucks who can't pick the game right. That's
fair
what
enough.
it is. Yeah.
See what he eats. So, all right, James, we've gone long. This has been a ton of fun. We will continue to work out the kinks on this show as we get going, but we're getting there, man. We're building it out. We have a lot of fun stuff, and it's going to be a fun
It was
year.
a lot easier when it was just a podcast and it was just us yapping on the phone, you know?
Yeah.
Now we've got to put video into this stuff, people. So bear with us. But the advice is good. You'll still win some money. So, you know.
And I feel like we got some good chances to win a lot of parlays, a lot of big numbers out there. So just be safe. Do some money lines, make some money, start off week one.
Follow
right?
on X. That's where I post all the bets that I'm placing for CrimsonCASH. You'll be able to see all of them there, and you can tail or fade.
Love it. All right. Well, until next time, James, as always, appreciate it. Thank everybody for listening. Hopefully we see you all next week at the live show. If you see me at the game on Saturday, reach out, say hi, and look forward to it. First game, Indiana's coming back. It's going to be a great season. Thank you all for listening. So for James, this is Scott for CrimsonCASH signing off.
Ghost time!